Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. I am back and I just want to say I'm sorry for being gone so long. I didn't expect to be gone this long, but if you missed my last video where I did my perfume declutter, I let you know that I had to suddenly move. It was very unexpected and I'm going to get into all that in this video. So I'm going to give you all the nitty gritty details of what's been going on. But yes, I am back officially and I'm so excited to be sitting here and filming today. I'm in my new house. I have my new studio kind of up. I decided not to have my perfumes in the background anymore. I kind of wanted to give it a more homey feel, but it's not done yet. I still want to put something up on the wall behind me. I just haven't found the right picture yet. But anyway, we're unpacking, we're getting everything up and running, and I'm ready to start filming again. So this video is actually going to be, I'm going to talk about a couple of perfumes in this video, but this isn't really going to be a perfume focused video. Today I'm just going to kind of come back and tell you guys what's going on, what the plans are moving forward, and what happened with my move, because I know I kind of left you guys in suspense. So if you're really just interested in fragrances, then this probably isn't going to be the video for you. Like I said, I have a few fragrances to talk about today, but mostly I'm just going to be chit-chatting with you guys about my experience with moving and how crazy all that was. So if you're not interested in that, that's fine. No hard feelings. I'll catch you in the next video. But if you do want to know the drama, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's talk about the few fragrances real quick that I want to mention to you guys, and then I'll get into telling you guys about my story of my move. So first of all, I had put a community post up on May 31st letting you guys know that I closed on my house and that I would be filming as soon as I get my studio back up. And it's funny because when I was packing up my perfumes, I knew I needed to leave one out that was special. I needed to leave one out for when we did close on the house that I could wear, and it couldn't just be any old perfume, okay? It had to be something special. And my husband thought that was hilarious because we're moving, you know, we're moving stuff, we're packing. I'm in sweatpants, no makeup, my hair's in a ponytail, but my perfume had to be special. And he thought that was crazy. So when I posted that I had closed on the 31st, somebody asked me what perfume I chose for closing, and that's when I knew that you guys were my people. I knew you guys would get it, that it couldn't just be any old perfume, and I thought that was hilarious. So thank you for understanding that. So the perfume I chose for closing is by Mind Games, and this is French Defense. This is one of the latest perfumes that I have purchased. I haven't purchased any perfumes in 2 months, and this one I got for my birthday. So I purchased this one in April. I have one more that I purchased after this that we'll talk about today. But yeah, this is the special fragrance that I chose for closing because this one just has me kind of in a chokehold right now. I'm getting to the point where I feel like this is a masterpiece of a fragrance. And I've tried a lot of Mind Games fragrances. I have more Mind Games decants on the way to me right now because I really want to try more from the house. But this fragrance is the ultimate cherry perfume for me. This is not like all the other cherry perfumes on the market. This is an ambery, woody, cherry masterpiece of a fragrance, and it is amazing, and I absolutely love it. The cherry feels very, very dark, like a black cherry, almost kind of boozy to me. There's some florals in here as well. This is just so good, and the performance is pretty good too. So I have found that not all Mind Games last the longest, and at this price point it has to be good performance, amazing scent, you know what I mean? The packaging is obviously, I love the packaging of Mind Games. I think these are beautiful. But yeah, this one was the closing perfume for me. It's super special. It'll always have a special place in my heart now, and I'm just obsessed with this. So this is by the House of Mind Games French Defense. The last perfume I purchased in April before this all happened, this is by Skylar, and this is Sunkissed Dahlia. And this perfume I got blindly. I blind bought it, which we're going to talk about that too. I think I'm probably going to slow down on my blind buys. Moving showed me some things about my perfume collection. I actually decluttered quite a few fragrances even after I did that declutter video. So I am due for an updated perfume collection video that's coming up next. If you want to see what perfumes survived the move, my updated perfume collection, stay tuned for that. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss that. I will be posting that very soon. But this one I would not have purchased had I tried it first, although I do love the way that it smells. It smells like apple juice, like in a perfume way. I'm a big apple fan. It smells very appley, florally, summertime in a bottle. I really, really love the way that it smells, but the performance is terrible. So I cannot recommend this. I decided to keep it though. I didn't declutter it just because I love the way that it smells and it's perfect for bedtime. I don't need a really long lasting fragrance for bed. I just want something cozy and comforting, and this is really great for that cozy feeling in the summertime without it being too thick and heavy. Like a thick, heavy gourmand is too much for me right now. I want something to wear to bed that feels light and airy but still cozy and comforting at the same time. So I have found that this is an amazing bedtime scent, but if you care about performance at all, this is not the fragrance for you. Okay, so I had all of my perfumes except for French Defense packed up, and I didn't want to wear French Defense on a daily basis because it's a special perfume for me. So I realized I had a travel perfume in my purse, and this was actually on the chopping block. I was thinking about decluttering this. This is also by Skylar, and this is Boardwalk Delight. I had this in my purse and I thought, okay, well, that's better than nothing. Why did I not leave some perfumes out? Well, I left one other fragrance out because I wanted to finish it up, but I didn't want to wear that one every single day. Anyway, I wanted another choice. So I realized I had this in my purse and I took this out and wore it actually a lot. And you know what? It really grew on me. It grew on me a lot. At first, I wasn't sure about that clean, almost kind of like laundry detergent with cotton candy combo. It was such a weird combo to me, but it has grown on me. I've worn it several times. It is a roller ball, by the way, just keep that in mind. But I've worn it several times and it was really just quite nice. And the performance is not terrible either. Even for a roller ball, this actually I could smell on me. It wasn't filling up a room or anything like that, but I could get wafts of it throughout my day. And I really ended up liking this one. So I do think once I go through this travel, I will end up getting a full bottle of this, because it just, yeah, I just wore it so often and I ended up really enjoying it somehow. It's usually not my cup of tea, that combo, but I'm really digging this one lately. So this is by Skylar, Boardwalk Delight. Okay, and the other one that I left out because I wanted to finish up the bottle is by Valentino, and this is Donna, Born in Roma, and I did manage to completely finish this bottle. I used to love this fragrance. This is a very woody, bourbon, vanilla, and jasmine forward fragrance. And when I first got it, I loved it. I took it on a trip with me to Florida. It had a lot of special memories. But something happened halfway through the bottle. I can still smell it on the cap. It still smells nice. It's a pretty girl. It's kind of sexy too. And I think men really like this fragrance as well. But something happened where I just didn't love it anymore. It just really didn't feel as special as it used to. And I don't know if my nose changed or I just got tired of it. But I don't think I'll be repurchasing this. But I did want to let you guys know I did finish it. And I do really like the bottle. I like the studs. But I don't think I'll be getting another bottle of this. I just don't love it like I used to. And I think that's normal. You just kind of grow out of fragrances, you know, sometimes. If I do find that I miss it, maybe I'll purchase it again in the future. But I think I had my time with this. So that's by Valentino, Donna, Born in Roma. And real quick, my scent of the day is actually by Sol de Janeiro. This is the perfume, this Sol de Janeiro 62. Cheirosa 62. This does not have the best performance, but if you layer it with the Boom Boom cream, I don't know what it is about this combo in the summertime, especially for me. Even though this is a gourmand, this is caramel and pistachio, and you would think that you'd want to wear this in the fall and winter, and some people probably do. But this screams summer for me for some reason. When I smell this, this reminds me of like a sun-bronzed skin goddess. And that's actually what I smell like right now. I smell amazing. I love this stuff. It doesn't have the best performance, just keep that in mind. And this is the new formula, by the way. I know that they had their Eau de Parfum that came out, and then they reformulated it because people were saying it didn't last very long and they wanted one that lasted longer. I don't know if this one lasts longer, but it still isn't the best performance. I only get like 3-4 hours out of it. But if I layer it with the Boom Boom Cream, I get a little bit more, and I love the combo of these two together. So this is just my summertime jam, like my summertime gourmand. I smell amazing if I do say so myself. All right, guys, so that's it for the perfumes. If you did miss my last video where I did my declutter, I told you guys that I was moving. And by the way, that video really touched my heart. Your comments and your response to that video really touched my heart. You guys were so supportive and so amazing, and so many of you said that you were praying for me, that you were thinking, you know, good thoughts and sending good vibes my way. And I felt that. I appreciated that. It touched my heart. I didn't get a chance to respond to everyone because of everything that was going on, but I read every single one of your comments, and I just have to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being so supportive and for wishing me, you know, all the well wishes and all the prayers. And what I really loved is that people were also putting their problems in the comment section, letting, you know, it was kind of like a community thing where people were saying, hey, I have this situation going on as well. And then other people were commenting on theirs, and people were praying for those people. You guys were praying for each other, and we were praying. I was praying for you. You were praying for me. You guys were praying for each other. It was absolutely phenomenal and beautiful. The community that came together in that video and the comments that you guys left. I just love you guys, and I thank you guys so much for that support, and the fact that you guys were building each other up and encouraging each other was just beautiful to see. So thank you for that. So in that video, I told you guys that we found out that we had to move by the end of the month. And so we were renting a condo, and we loved where we were living. We had a condo on the bay, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And we didn't want to move, and we didn't think that we needed to move anytime soon, because when we rented the place, the owners told us that we had quite a long time before they were going to move back. They had moved out of state, and they weren't going to move back until they decided to retire, which they told us would be 10 years. We weren't planning on staying in the condo for 10 years, but we definitely thought we had lots of time. So we knew eventually we wanted to buy, but we weren't really in a hurry. We weren't really prepared. So when they told us that they were moving back and we had till the end of the month to move out, that was a shock. And we didn't know what to do. We didn't know whether we should just go find somewhere else to rent or if we should just go ahead and buy. But the thing is we didn't want to just buy and be rushed, you know? Plus, we didn't know if we could make it on time. When you buy a house, there's no guarantee you're going to close in that short amount of time. And so we kind of put buying out of our mind at first because we just didn't think we could pull it off. But the problem was with renting is that we couldn't find a lot of rentals available in the town that we live in, and we needed to stay in the town that we're in because we work in two different directions. My husband works in one town that's completely on the opposite side, and I work in another direction, and the town we live in meets in the middle between our two jobs. So if we were to move one way or the other, one of us would have had to switch jobs. So that was a problem. And we were looking for rentals with just no luck whatsoever. So we were really in a bind, and I was really nervous and I was really scared, and I had a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety, and I was, you know, trying to trust in God to help me and guide me and show me what to do, but I was so stressed not knowing what the right move was. And I remember going to work and telling, you know, my coworkers about what was happening, and a friend of mine at work said she just bought a condo and she gave me the name to her real estate agent. She said, you should try to go for it because this real estate agent is really on the ball. She's on top of it, and she can make things move fast. She's a hard worker, whatever. So I went home that day and I told my husband, should I contact this real estate agent? Should we try to buy? I don't know if we're going to make it in time. I remember just praying and asking God, please show me what to do. Like, I'm so lost right now. I have no idea what direction to go in. And I was stressed. You know that feeling when you don't know what to do and you're like, is this God? Is this me? Is this, the enemy? And whose voice am I hearing? And you're so stressed out wondering if you're going to make the wrong move and step in the wrong direction. And that's the fear that I was in at the time. And I just felt like this peace come over me. Like God was speaking to my heart and telling me that He doesn't lead by anxiety. He leads by the fruits of the Spirit. The fruits of the Spirit are peace, patience, kindness, compassion, gentleness, self-control. He leads by those things, not stress and fear and worry and anxiety. And so I came across this passage that I really want to share with you guys because this is what got me through. This is what pulled me through, and I'm hoping that this will pull someone else through as well if you're just not sure what to do, which direction to go in, and what God is telling you. Psalms 32:8 says, I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with my loving eye on you. And when I read that, I knew that no matter what, even if I stepped in the wrong direction, that God would just gently guide me back to the right path. I didn't have to be scared. I didn't have to be worried. I didn't have to fear I was going to make a mistake, because it doesn't say He will counsel me with His angry eye. It doesn't say He will counsel me with a judgmental, harsh eye. He will counsel me and show me the way I should go with His loving, gentle eye, like a parent who puts their kid back on the path, right? And so I thought, okay, let's just take a step. Let's just take a step. And if it's not the right step, then I just trust God will direct me back to the right path. We contacted the real estate agent and we started looking at houses. The first day we looked at houses, we found the house we're in right now. And my husband and I have very, very different tastes. So I didn't know if we were even going to be able to agree on a house in the short amount of time that we had, let alone make it all happen. So it was crazy because it was the third house that we looked at and my husband and I both loved it. And there were two houses that we were actually considering, but we both really decided on this one and loved it and decided we wanted it. And that was kind of amazing to me because it wasn't a pressure thing. It wasn't like, oh, well, this is all we can find, so, we got to do this. It was, we wanted the house. It had everything that we wanted. And I remember that day saying, okay, God, if this is your will, if you want us to get this house, then I just ask that any doors that try to shut on us, that you would make them stay open, that nothing could shut the doors, that you will make this happen. But if this is not your will, if I'm mistaken, which is possible, right? If this is not your will, then please shut the doors and let nothing open them. And then show me what you actually want me to do. So let me tell you guys something. This entire process was a nail biter because every single thing that could have gone wrong went wrong. Every single door tried to shut, you guys. I'm not even exaggerating. Like every possible thing you could think of started to go wrong. So for starters, we went through the VA. So we got a VA loan. And the VA is not known to be quick. They don't make things happen fast, and they really didn't care that we were in a hurry. So I was like, I don't know if this is going to happen because they were dragging their feet, moving slow. We were waiting for, the inspection. We were waiting for, it was just everything you could think of was just dragging their feet, and we didn't think we were going to make it happen. I was in the military. I was in the Army. And so we went through the VA loan I was like the main primary name that they just picked. Both my husband and I were in the military, so we both could have had the VA loan. But for some reason, they just went with my name. And so there was a mix-up and a problem with the loan. Long story short, we ended up in the middle of the month. We're already running behind. In the middle of the month, we had to switch the name of the loan for Michael to be the primary, and we had to start all over in the middle of the month. And I thought, this is it. This is it. This is the door that's going to shut. This is the shutting door from God. This must not be his will, because there's no way that we're going to make it in time when we have to start over in the middle of the month, and like the names need to be switched and they have to redo the loan. This is it. Magically, that worked out. That door never shut. Even though all these doors are trying to shut on us, they're not shutting. They stay open somehow, and we get through that obstacle. And then the next obstacle comes. And we were supposed to close on May 28th. That was the day that we had everything set up. We had a moving truck. We had all of our friends and family ready to help us move. We had everything, and we had already packed up our stuff. So we're literally living in boxes, thinking we're going to move on the 28th. The day we're supposed to move, we find out there was a mistake in the paperwork of my work. That, she made a mistake. It wasn't her fault, but the HR lady put the wrong date of my employment, my start date, on the paperwork. And I don't know why they were just verifying my employment on the day we were supposed to close. But yeah, they said, oh, there's a problem. So I started in January of 2023 at this current job that I'm at, and they put July. They put 7 instead of 1. So it looked like I had a 7-month gap of unemployment, which is a big no-no for the VA. And so the day that we're supposed to close, I get a call from the loan officer telling us that there was a problem with my employment verification. And I just remember thinking, if this doesn't go through, it's May 28th. It's May 28th. We have no other place to live. We have no rental lined up. We have nothing. We have no place to live if this doesn't go through. And I am just like, what is happening? Why is this happening? So I had to scramble to, call my employer, because I was off that week because I thought we were moving. I had to call my boss. We had to get it all worked out. We had to hurry up and get it in. Anyway, it all worked out, even though those doors kept trying to shut. It all worked out, and May 31st, the last possible day, we closed on our brand new home, and I could not be happier. But let me tell you guys something. I went through some serious stress, some serious doubt, some serious questioning of my choices, faith, all that stuff, and I messed up a lot. That's one thing that I learned through this entire process, is that even though I wasn't perfect, and even though there were times when I was getting angry and frustrated with God and scared and worried instead of just trusting in him, he still came through. He still came through. He still delivered. And I remember the day that we were closing, I remember hearing in my heart, I make rivers in the desert. And I thought, against all odds, we got into this house, and it just showed me that if God is behind something, if God says that this is the way you should go, if you start walking in a direction and God's for it, no matter what comes against you, no matter how many doors try to shut in your face, they can't. Because God is the God that keeps the doors open if it's his will, and God is the God that makes things happen. He makes rivers in the desert, and he is the God of the impossible. I really, really had to lean into God during this last couple of months, and it really brought me closer in my relationship to him. So I realized that all I really needed to do every day was just keep my eyes on Jesus and just follow him every single day. And if I do that, then I just have to I can just be at peace. I can be at peace, and I can relax, and I can just know that my footsteps are going to be directed in the right direction because my eyes are on Jesus. He is the way, the truth, and the life, and he guides you in the right way. So you just keep your eyes on him, and he guides you. So that's what I learned through this entire process the most. I learned that I don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. If you screw up, if you make a mistake, he's not going to rip it away from you, right? He's not going to strike you down. He's not going to punish you. He's just going to counsel you with his loving eye. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about what direction to go in. I don't have to worry. So if you are going through that right now, if you're wondering what choice you're supposed to make, just relax. Don't be anxious. I know that's easier said than done. Trust me. Trust me. I know. But just have faith that he's going to lovingly guide you in the right direction. Just keep your eyes on him, focus on him, and he will make your paths straight. And I just want to share this one other passage with you because it really has strengthened my relationship with God. It's Psalms 37:23 through 24. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, which I did many, many times through this process, I stumbled, he will not fall. I did not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. So I kept walking down my little path and then stumbling, but God would keep me from falling. And I really, truly believe that if we trust in him, that he'll do that for all of us. So I am just so thankful for this house. I am so thankful for you guys. I am so thankful that I went through the experience that I went through because it taught me a ton about myself. You know, it really tested some things inside of me. And, you know, that's one thing that I learned also along this little journey here is that I don't really think God tests us so that he can see what's in our hearts, right? He already knows. It's not like during the process when I was, you know, getting upset and I was wavering in my faith. I don't think that surprised God. I don't think he was like, oh, whoa, didn't see that coming. You know what I mean? I think he knew that was going to happen. Tests aren't really for him to see what's in our heart. I think the tests and the trials are so that we ourselves can see what's in our heart so that they can be brought to light, and then we can, you know, change and grow and learn from that experience. And so I'm thankful for everything that happened and everything that I went through. I'm thankful for my house. I'm thankful and grateful for this opportunity to come on here and tell you guys my story. And yeah, I'm just super excited. So that is really it for today's video. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm back. What do you guys think of the background? Are you guys happy that I don't have my perfumes in the background anymore? Because I kind of feel like that was too, I don't know, I got over it. You know what I mean? I know we were kind of all putting our perfumes in the background for a while, but I don't know, I'm kind of over that, and I wanted something a little bit more cozy and homey, and I'm really excited to decorate this studio a little bit better than it was in my last place. Also, I know I mentioned this earlier, but stay tuned for my upcoming collection video, my updated collection video. I did get rid of quite a few, and I am going to start being a lot more picky about the perfumes that I bring in, because when I was packing up all my perfumes, I couldn't believe how many perfumes, like it really dawns on you how many perfumes you have when you're having to pack them all up. And there were so many that I truly realized I didn't fully love. And I'm going to be sampling a lot more, I think. A sample is where it's going to be at, decants and samples. And I'm going to be pretty picky about what I actually bring into my collection. More cutthroat than I have been in the past. And the blind buying, I don't know, you guys. I can't promise that I'm never going to blind buy, but it's probably going to be cut down significantly. One more thing before I go, I just want you to know I've been completely out of the perfume world for 2 months, so I don't even know what's trending. I don't know what's trending. I have some samples of some new perfumes coming to me, so I'll be reviewing those. But if you have any perfumes that you want me to review, any ones that are trending or hyped right now that you're curious about, that you want me to talk about, let me know in the comment section so I can look into those, because I need to catch up. I'm really behind on the perfume world right now. So thank you guys for your patience and for being here, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video and you found it helpful, don't forget to subscribe and give it a big thumbs up. And I hope everybody's having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.